episode of Cryptocurrency Education with your Coach K. All right, so let me just get into a lot of different things that have happened over the weekend. I got a lot to talk about today. I'm trying to kind of keep it as short and sweet as possible, but there's a lot of really big things happening in this space, and you have to actually look beyond what we're seeing normally to see it. And I'm going to help you guys understand what actually is going on so that you can see the picture much clearer. I'm also going to explain to you what's up with ETC today. Another thing I'm going to talk about today is Starbucks and how that news was not actually correct. Thanks CNBC for being liars yet again. And so on. We definitely have low volume. Daniel's right. And oh, sorry. Let me just turn that up then. Can you hear me now, guys? Everyone hear me good? Sorry, I'm just trying to place my microphone a little bit farther away from my face, but I can bring it a little bit closer too. All right. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Sorry, there we go. And yeah, so can you hear me now, guys? Is it nice and loud? Just let me know. Calvin, nice to see you. Leroy, nice to see you. And Alan, nice to see you. So hopefully you guys can hear me now. I just moved my microphone closer. Appreciate you guys telling me that you couldn't hear me. That's important for me to know that. Obviously for you guys. So coming into what's happening in the space, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of different things going on that are causing anomalies in the marketplace. Another thing that's going on is manipulation. Clear and utter manipulation. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later. It's really, really interesting how that actually happens. And I'm sure you guys will really find it fun to listen in on that and see how we get about it. Let me just try to figure out my microphone thing here quickly. I just feel like it's not the right... No, it's on the right one. That's weird. Okay, so you should hear me nice and loudly now. Maybe it's because I'm trying to be a little bit quieter because my kids are asleep. I don't know. But hello, let's see who's here today. Tom, nice to see you. Atzel, nice to see you. Fami, Steven, Ross, Olaf, Neil... Yeah, man, that's what's up, bro. No volume, but ETC getting listed on another application. And ETC was also deemed a currency in Thailand. One of 7 coins, which are currencies of Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ripple, unfortunately, and some others. So there's some good stuff. Now, Fami says, is it just me? Oh, yes, sorry. My volume is not good. My bad. I think we're all good now. So... Neil, how you doing? Loud and clear, good. Christos, how you doing? Katrina, how you doing? And Tommy Chang, what's up, bro? You watching with your daughter today? I know it's probably really late to do that, but it's up. Dom, what's happening, brother? So, a couple things I also want to tell you guys about. I'm going to show you guys actually Travel Blocks live platform and an example of how much money you'll save using it. Now, I did an ICO pool for Travel Block. Not that many people got in because it was during our our very shitty time of having a lot of downwards momentum in the market, so a lot of people didn't invest. But what I can tell you is this platform is going to save you so much money when you travel, guys. If you go to certain events, you're going to see what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you examples of that tonight, so it's going to be nice and easy to see. Another really important part I'm going to talk about today, and just breaking it down, what I'm going to tell you about tonight, is that we're good. Oh, wow. Lots of people are messaging on YouTube. What's up, Alan and Kelvin and Mark and Viet? What's up, everyone? Hope you guys are doing really, really well today. And let's jump into what I wanted to get into in the first place. So, if you're watching on YouTube, just click that little red button down below you and subscribe, and click that little bell so that you know when I come on if you like the show. And if you're on Facebook, if you could do me a favor and share this to your favorite Facebook group, that would be awesome, because remember, mass adoption is something that we all have to take part of. It is not going to come without the education being passed to other people. It doesn't have to just be through me either. It's just we need to get it out there, and so that's why I asked you guys to do it. If you ever wondered why, that's why. It's not because I'm an egotistical maniac like some people can be. So that's just what I want to tell you. Let's jump right in. All right. So Is still okay to buy more ETC even though it's pumping already. Ralph, I would say that when I told you guys to buy ETC on the dip when it was $14 was a better time to buy it. Right now it's about $17, and I think that it would not be a good time to buy it just in case. Now, there's two scenarios that play out with the ETC situation. One, it gets listed on Coinbase and pumps like crazy because it's cheap and most people can afford to buy a whole coin, or it goes on Coinbase and gets dumped. Now, I don't think there's going to be a dump. Someone said the other day as well that ETC is going to have a huge dump because people that forgot on Coinbase to take their Ethereum and get their ETC off didn't do it, so they lost their ETC, but now they're going to be able to get it back. What I can tell you for sure 100% of the time is this. Those people were from 2016 and they had to remove their Bitcoin by the 31st of December of 2016. I'm telling you right now, guys, there was only maybe 1/10 of the people that are actually there. ETC is at 18 bucks, Kenton. Guys, something I want to remind you of, if you did buy it at 14, think about taking profits at this point, some 10%, 15%, 20%. Scalp your profits as it goes up, because if it goes down again, you'll have had extra cash flow to buy more ETC for cheap. That's what you have to think about when it comes to trading, is sell it at a high, rebuy when it goes low, and then resell when it goes high again. And if you guys understand what swing trading is, which is what my bot's going to do and what I do signals for, it basically rocks like a boat. You'll see a crypto pump, then you'll see it dump, then you'll see it pump again, then you'll see it dump again. So swings take 1 to 15, 1 to 14 days. They can happen the first day and they can happen after 5 days. It all depends. So just keeping you guys informed about that because it's good to know. Now, nothing is to be ignored about this above me right here. This is absolutely massive. And why is it massive? It's because ICE, or the New York Stock Exchange, has now put their foot in the water of cryptocurrency. What that's going to mean is the world's biggest, most richest stock market is now dipping their feet into the crypto space. We also hear that they're doing it, and several other platforms are doing it, the same time as we're about to start having this ETF meeting. Now, just to clarify, the meeting is on Friday, and the decision will be on the 16th. So just keep that, remember that it'll be on the 16th that the ETF decision will happen. It will not happen on Friday, but we should see a lead up into that where ETC starts to pump and where Bitcoin starts to pump as well. What's up, Joshy? How you doing, brother? It's been a while since I've seen that guy in Vegas, but great dude. Ryan, how you doing, man? Ol, how you doing? And Sander, how you doing? Sander, you sent me a message. I think it was in Dutch. Can you send that message in English so I can actually respond to what you asked? That would be great. Okay, so why is this important? Let's put it this way. When you're dealing with things like Northgate, New York Stock Exchange, you have the CBOE trying to get an ETF. There's a lot of money in these organizations that are going out there. And what you're going to see is these organizations are going to cash cow the Bitcoin. They're going to cash cow Bitcoin, period. Sue, how you doing? It's been nice to see you again. And this cash cow is about to get real crazy. Corey, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. And so the New York Stock Exchange, the CBOE exchange, the Thai Stock Exchange, and many other stock exchanges are going to be changing over. They're going to create STOs. They're going to tokenize their stocks so they have a more liquid company. And more liquidity is actually a good thing for companies like Apple and Facebook and others. It's also good for us when we start our own companies. ETC all the way. Been telling you guys for a while, ETC. Now you're starting to see it, and I love that. It just makes me really happy. So the reason why I'm thinking this is so big is because liquidity and money and, you know, confidence. You got to think about the confidence in the market. It's very low right now. But when people hear ICE or the New York Stock Exchange are coming into the space and having an exchange, when we hear NASDAQ's coming into the space having an exchange, the German second biggest stock trading exchange is now moving over to tokenization. You're going to see more and more of that. And what it's going to mean is that everything I've been telling you for 6 months is starting to happen now. Now, it doesn't equate to the dollar value, but that doesn't matter. Remember that it doesn't matter if it equates to a dollar value, okay? What matters is you accumulate now, because later that's when you're going to see the benefit. So keep in mind that it's a long-term 2 marshmallows, not the first one. Don't eat the marshmallow right now so you can get a little bit of a taste. Wait till you get the second marshmallow later. And that is the point of crypto and trading in a nutshell, is if you're patient to get to the second marshmallow, you'll have far more benefits long term. So think long term. Get rid of this phone, I can see it and get it right now mentality, and get into a mentality where I don't need a phone to see it and get it right now. Okay? Keep that in mind. All right. So, we see the London Stock Exchange Group. Interesting. Now, we see London getting involved here too. Okay, everything's going to be okay. It's coming when it's ready. You got it, Leroy. That's actually the perfect quote for today. It's coming when it's ready. You don't have to push and force this, guys. It's coming. And when I say it's coming, I'm not saying it's just coming. It's really, really going to come, and it's going to come fast. It's going to be great. Yeah, share my shirts. I'll share your shirts, Ali. No problem. Yes, if you guys got Travel Block, man, it's great. I'm going to show you soon. So, a crypto mining firm, Agro Blockchain, raised $32 million in their IPO. And the reason why I'm highlighting this as an IPO is important. And why is it important? Well, having an IPO is the old system. The people are scared of crypto. They're scared of ICOs. They're scared of the name ICO. Why? Because they don't really understand what they do, and they're not really clearly defined, and they're really wild, wild west. So people are not very keen on that system yet, unless they're millennials mostly. So your mom and your grandpa and your dad, they're going to be the people who actually are the ones who need crypto and need education about how to use it. Okay? Well, on top of that, when you have an IPO, they know that. That's known. They know how much work it costs to go into it, and so they feel more confident, and they will invest their money into an IPO like this one because they know it's going to be highly regulated and a lot lower risk for themselves. And this is the whole idea about regulation. Lowering and mitigating risk with a high amount of a reward if you do it another way. So that's what we're trying to get you there. Okay, let's see some comments. Appreciate all your work. No worries, Daniel, man. I do this for you guys. Remember that. Never forget, I'm on these videos because I really want you guys to have the right information as much as possible, and I want you guys to be successful. And remember that. Don't forget it, because I wouldn't do these videos and spend 5 hours a week at least on my life doing them for free if I didn't think that I cared about you guys. Keep that in mind. Corey, Bloomberg posted an article today that Goldman Sachs is looking... Yeah, Corey, that's right. Goldman Sachs just came out and said that they're going to be doing custodial wallets for crypto, which basically means that they can hold cryptocurrencies in insured wallets, basically, so they don't have to worry about it going missing or getting hacked or anything like that. That it will bring as well extreme amounts of credibility and confidence to the market. Now, what you have to understand here as well is we're going to see more of this. This is just getting started. So what I mean by that is this. When you have a bunch of new companies coming in and trying to do this, and then you have guys like Goldman Sachs and London Stock Exchange, New York Stock Exchange, and NASDAQ come in and actually start creating really good places for people, you'll see what I'm saying. Yeah, Kenton, isn't that beautiful? 18.20 for ETC. I only told you guys like, what, 10 days ago I would buy ETC at $14? Listen, I don't do these videos because I want to make people rich and I care only about money. But if you guys want to have a chance to do stuff, sometimes you can follow some of the things I do, and I will lead you on the right path. Because most people in this space, on Facebook and on YouTube, are not looking out for you. They're looking out for themselves. I don't look out for myself. I trade when I trade. I make my money doing that. And I'm creating the bot for you guys so you can make money too. And that's really my goal. My goal is to help you guys get financially freedom, and also understand the space and understand everything in layman's terms. So when you tell your friend or your mom, you don't have to get technical. You say, this is what it does, this is how it works. Make it simple. All right, hi Joel. There's no bear market that lasts forever. I keep accumulating, getting ready to win. You're right, Miguel. Miguel, you're absolutely right. All of you guys that are accumulating and waiting to win are right, okay? You talk to my buddy Larry Harmon. If you don't believe him, who he is as a person, go look him up. This guy is a billionaire. Okay, and the reason why he's a billionaire is because he held. He didn't get scared and sell off in 2015. He didn't get scared and sell off at any other times. He held till Bitcoin was in the 20 grand almost range and then started selling a lot of it. And that is how you have to be with crypto. You have to hold for dear life. That's really what it comes down to. Okay, so continue on. All right. So the crypto market added $5 billion, and as you guys could tell, the alts started to move back up again. And that's really simple math. Like, if you guys understand the trading side of crypto, we're not using US dollars like in the stock market. So the difference is this. As Bitcoin comes down, the Satoshi count for other coins, as long as they're not going down with it, stay the same, but actually they go up because Bitcoin comes down, it's worth less money, and this coin's still worth the same amount. So some trades that you may have been in that got stuck, for example, like my trades, some of them got stuck, but then you get out of them because the market changes back and it kind of sways it this way. It's just interesting to know that. These same people we need to educate are the same people that are traditional or the current stock markets. This is the reason regulation is wanted by many. It will bring new breed of investors to an exchange and filled with low risk takers. That's true. These new traders are high-risk traders and will breathe new life into an old system. I agree, Jason. Absolutely agree with that statement. And it's very informed to say that because when you're talking about institutions, this is what you're really saying. You're saying institutional investors. This is what we're trying to get in this space. We need more institutional investors. We need people that are going to take a ton of their money and throw it at us and say, make us money, right? Technically, that's what traders do. People give money to traders and they say, give me money. And the traders go and they take all that money in a big amount of pot and they make the money for it. That's basically how traders work for most part. Okay, so that's what's up. Tim, yo, bro. So this is a really interesting one that I saw today and I was like, Fan Token. It must be Fan Token, and it is. Fan Token just connected with the NFL Players Association to invest in the blockchain startup Fan Token. Now, why did they do that? Well, it's very simple. I love football. You guys have probably seen me with my Eagles gear on. I'm a big sports fan, and not only that, I'm a huge American football fan, and I played in college, so I love sports. They're my thing. Now, I really love what they're doing with this whole idea of making fans give back to players and players give back to fans. For example, Fan Token will let them now be able to get backstage passes, locker room passes, etc. to make the experience for the fans even better, but also make the experience for the players more interactive with the fans, which will keep people watching the sport and feeling connected to it. So it's really, really good. I'm glad you're happy, Vatican. I told you a long time ago, ETC. Heidi, how you doing, girl? Hope you're doing well, man. And okay, I want to get into this, and I want to get into this in a deep way, and I want your guys' opinions about this right now. So please do get ready to give me your opinions, okay? I want some chatter on this one, and I want chatter on this one for very good cause, and I'm going to stir the pot right about now. So you guys have heard me say that they're saying that only a matter of time before an SEC approves a Bitcoin ETF. Now, I agree with that, but I also disagree with that. And I'll tell you why I am agreeing, yet also disagreeing. And let me explain this. Not a tight end, Daniel. I was a defensive end. I was a quarterback killer. People just could not stop me. Good hands. Fast hands, bro. Don't FOMO buy. Absolutely. So what I think is going to happen with the ETF, okay, if you guys have been following the market, it has literally no reason. We've had no FUD, no major occurrences to create the amount of drop that we just had. Now, I called that we're going to have a dip because I saw the volumes dripping and I knew that we were going to hit something lower than we were before. So that I could see. And I also been saying that we should hit 6K again, but we didn't. So we might be going towards the test now. Here's what I'll tell you though. The SEC is very, very, very critical, okay? And what you have to understand with how they work is this. What I just saw this last week very likely could cause the ETF to not even be approved. You're going to say, why? The SEC chair just said that it was inappropriate. It was unacceptable for them to not approve an ETF. Here's what I'm going to tell you. if you are an SEC regulator, the first thing that you are worried about is manipulation of the market. What do you think they have just seen over the last 6, 7, 8 days? Manipulation of the market. So if here's my prediction what's going to happen. Two ways it goes. Obviously there's a yes and no, but here's what I see it playing out as. The first way it plays out is they approve an ETF and it goes through and they realize the need for it because it really does help a lot of different markets and adoption. The other side I see is them saying, well, we were going to approve it, but then you guys had all this manipulation over the last week, so we're not actually going to do it. So that's another thing to say. So those are the two ways I see it playing out. I see it very likely that we see an ETF not approved until later this year or in 2019. Or I could see us on the 16th of August when they make their decision saying yes, but it's still not happening till 2019. So it's going to be good. We'll have a lot of positive momentum in the market, and we could see it very big pump. And put two and two together. This fundamentals right here. We're going into this ETF decision. We pumped up to 8,500. We're doing really well. All of a sudden, a week before, we just start to drop, which is fine. We have a correction. Now we're dropping even more, which is fine. It's a correction. But to drop down to 7,000 again was more than just a normal correction. And even for me, I saw we were going to have a dip, but I didn't think it would dip this far, but that's okay. Joel, what do you think it is good time to convert ETH to ETC? No, it's not. You don't take something that's gone down 20% and convert it into something that's gone up 25%. That's a bad move, Mario. That is called FOMO buying, which Dom just related on here. Don't FOMO buy, okay? You're seeing it's pumping and you're getting FOMO, which is a psychological reaction where you think you're going to miss out on the price action. Don't FOMO. Trust me. I'm telling you right now, don't FOMO. Even if it does go up more, it's still a bad move. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. I had friends of mine that bought 88 $1, and I told them that's probably not a good move. It just had pumped from 80 cents, and they bought it $1, and then went to $1.20, and they were like, well, we're doing really good, and then it dropped. So the point is, you have to kind of just chill out a little bit. Okay, so, I mean, if the SEC commissioner says there's no reason for rejection, I'm on that boat. I'm on that boat too, Corey, but they didn't have reason for rejection until this week. And when you look at that market and you look at that manipulation of a straight line down over an hour for 2 hours straight, just straight line down, that tells you manipulation is very likely to be going on at that point. Keep that. Even with massive regulation, there's no way to know. There's no way to plug all the holes where manipulation will happen. That's true. I agree with you there, full 100%. And sound is great and lip sync is good though. Good. You're awesome, Goombasket. Oh yeah, guys, if you guys are new right now and you are watching on YouTube, click on that subscribe button, please do. And if you're on Facebook, get on that YouTube platform. The more we get on YouTube, the better it will be, I think, because I think a lot of you guys are feeling like you're suppressed in groups. They don't. If you're in another group, guys, and you're watching this right now and you're not getting your comments answered, go to Cryptocurrency Education and join my group so that you can actually comment and be a part of our show. I do love new members and helping all the people I can. Thanks, man. Gonna end badly. I mean, the volatility isn't it? You're right. But here's the thing, Corey. It's very, very timed this time. It feels very timed up, like it was. I feel like I could have called that happening if I really. I was thinking it might, but it just seems really too perfect of a situation. I'm still collecting Poly because you said, hey, Ali, I'm telling you, Poly guys, let me tell you something. I'm trying to partner with Poly because I love them. They're amazing. Trust me when I tell you guys that one. That one's one that I believe will have a huge potential long term. Absolutely huge. Especially with STOs becoming the new ICO, because the ICOs are slowly dying off because, well, they're not dying off, but STOs are going to be where the future is when we take all these companies on the stock market and tokenize them. And that's basically Polymath's whole entire agenda. If you look them up, you'll find out a lot of information. Now, just going back to TravelBlock. So I told you guys about TravelBlock a while back. I've told you that it's like Expedia, but better. I'm going to show you an example. I did this about an hour ago, okay? So I went on Travelblock. I finally got my logins and stuff, and I went on there and I went to New York and I said, okay, let me look up an expensive hotel in New York. So I went to the New York edition. Usually it's $757. It was for $568. This is the best price that you can get publicly anywhere on the internet. Literally, you can go look for yourself and see that. Now, enter Travelblock. So I'm paying now. Let me just blow this up for you guys a little bit more. I'm paying now $233 a night. Let me just go back for you guys to see how much money that difference is. 568 or 233. Which one would you rather? I was going to stay for 4 nights and I'm going to save total with tax $822. Now do you guys see why I love Travelblock? This is just the start. They're getting more affiliates and they're coming. And so this is why I like this project. This is why when I talk about blockchain technology and application and use case, this is what I'm telling you. And these are the projects that I like the most. I do like protocols and blockchains, but I also like really cool adaptations of old systems into new ones. All right, let's take a couple questions. Jason, I believe that we see manipulation by those that are traditional type investors. What can this do? What that can't do this anymore on their platforms? We see people continue to do this as long as there's no regulations. Yeah, we will, and that's why I've been calling for regulations, Jason, for like months. I've been saying it for at least since January last year, where people called me a retard, literally word for word, and that was sad. That was really sad. Make fun of me because I'm gonna be right. All right, so Fami, gotta go. Don't say anything too interesting while I'm gone. No worries, Fami. You always catch the replay. I'm almost done anyway, so don't worry. Joel, my opinion. There are so many institutional investors that want in, but a price that's going to guarantee them a big return, and the reason to hold across 2020. Therefore, I think the first 1 or 2 will get knocked back to hammer the price down. Then the first ETF will approve, and then we see a parabolic shift. This will be the start of a major bull run. I think March or April. I think it's too long, Robin. If it takes till March or April 2019, the market's going to literally be 100 billion, 150 billion market cap. I just don't see how investors will still invest in the technology if that happens. Now, I would still be doing it because I understand it, but you remember that only 2% of the world use cryptocurrency or have ever owned a cryptocurrency or ever held a cryptocurrency in a wallet. So we need mass adoption before we go anywhere in terms of all the other stuff that you're thinking of in terms of that long. I think if it takes till March or April 2019 for us to actually see any type of positive movement, you're going to see the market just collapse down to over probably 100 billion. It can't take that long. So that's my opinion on it. I could be wrong, but I think that it can't take that long. I think we have to see Q4 something moving positive. It doesn't have to hit all-time highs like last year, but we need to see positive momentum in Bitcoin over 12K, 13K at least this year for people to actually feel bullish. Otherwise, the people who value the cryptocurrencies will go away from the space and they'll lose a lot of their value. Blockchain technology is not to be taken lightly though either, so have to keep in mind. What do you think? What kind of potential has Poly price-wise? Mario, if Poly does what they're saying and they get companies like Apple and Google and Facebook and all these big companies to tokenize their stocks, which gives them more liquidity, which means it's going to be good for the price action, that's going to be amazing. And that's what Poly's going to have happen. It's going down for sure. I bought in on it. Good. I want my logins are Dom. If you get your KYC done, I know they've had a couple issues with it. If you get your KYC done for Travelblock, guys, once they email you, you just log in with your Travelblock IO email, and then you just click forget password, and you'll get a new password, and you can log in. If you signed up for Ethos for the airdrops, you need to download Ethos and open a wallet before August 16th. That's true. And I've already downloaded the app and I have it, and I don't know if I just opened the app. I haven't put money into it yet, but I know that I'll be getting it. Joel, do you think the CBOE2 is getting approved or not? Miguel, I think that the CBOE is going to get approved, but I think that if it doesn't, the fact that we've had a lot of manipulation in the last week and a half to 2 weeks is going to be the reason why they say they're not approving it at this point, because they're going to say it's still a manipulated market, which they can't prove, by the way. So, yeah. All right. This is a really big one, and I want to touch on it because it's a lot of misinformation, and you need to know that it's misinformation, okay? Starbucks does not accept cryptocurrency. Let me just repeat that one more time. Starbucks does not accept cryptocurrencies. You're probably going, what? What are you talking about? No. I'm telling you, Starbucks does not accept cryptocurrencies. CNBC had all of you guys, if you believe that. So, Starbucks said that they will let Coffee for Bitcoin happen on CNBC. But when you actually go on Starbucks, you can see it. Gloombastic, Polly is on Bittrex and it's on Binance. You can find them on Ether. That's why Polly pumped the other day. Unless the SEC just drops it randomly with no warning, it's possible too. You know, in crypto, this is the thing about the Wild Wild West. Anything is possible, so you never know. Now, the reason why I think Starbucks is a really big important part is Starbucks came out and said that they're not going to be accepting any digital currencies. So, what the hell are they doing? Here's what I'm going to tell you they're doing. And it's going to be really like, oh, that makes sense. Starbucks is going to use stuff that allows you to use cryptocurrency, which trades up to US dollars. For example, Crypterium application will have NFC pay, meaning you can use your phone, tap pay on your phone to pay at 45 million machines around the world. So you have guys like like Pundix, right? Well, why do you need Pundix? Why do you have to send all those machines, those 45 million machines, to all the vendors when you could literally just use your phone and use the old system? You see where I'm going here? It might be a little bit slow. Take 5 seconds for the transaction to go through so you get your coffee. But that's as much time as it takes for you to give money and get money back. So the point is this. Starbucks is not accepting digital currencies. Do not ever, okay? Just believe what you're told. This I thought was really amazing, but when I started digging, I started saying, they're not really saying that they're accepting Bitcoin. And then when I started reading, they said in their own press release that they're not accepting Bitcoin. So that's what I'm going to tell you. Sucks about Starbucks, but it's too unstable. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. When you have currencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, when their Ethereum gone 20% down since the last month when I got it, someone sent me Ether for $500 and it's now 410, right? So the point is that is not going to make people want to spend their Ether or their Bitcoin, right? Stable coins will be where you want to spend it. And so this is where we have to see the market grow, so there's a little bit less volatility, so people feel more confident using cryptocurrencies and not feeling like they're losing. Because if you were in 2 years ago and you bought all these coins, you're going to be like, sweet, I'm doing really well, but it's not really good for the other people. So that's what you have to think about. Same as Pornhub, they convert the Verge into USD. Well, it makes sense to do that at this point. I mean, if Verge goes down, that sucks. If it goes up, it's great. So I think when we start seeing another bull run, a lot of the vendors are going to convert half of their stuff into USD and half of their stuff into BTC. That's what I think is coming up in the future. So we'll have to wait and see because I don't know the future for sure, but that's where we're going. So that's pretty much it. So, you know, I totally think that we have something beautiful going on here, and what is going on here? It's crazy. So, sorry guys, just having technical difficulties here with my computer. Right, doesn't matter. So, point being is this. I'm just gonna sum it all up for today. Starbucks is not accepting cryptocurrencies, okay? That you have to understand and remember. Got a second to chat about Singapore Airlines' new blockchain for frequent flyer miles system? Sure, yeah, let's chat about it. Jason, you want to chat about it like on the show, or do you want to chat about it just between the two of us? We can do either or. John Cena. There you go. So, all I'm going to say tonight is we have some really, really awesome members in this group. We've dropped off some members. Some people aren't watching as often anymore, and I expected that with the market keep going down and down, people start getting a little bit less excited. But the bot is coming out, guys, and I'm getting the demos, and they're coming out, and it looks awesome. So I'm telling you, when that drops, then you guys are going to start making money regardless. So That's what's key. Been doing really well with the signals. Like I've been going back to June and now I'm filling out those so you guys can see more than just July 1st to 14th. So you can see how many are doing well and then you can have some realistic data. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'll see all you guys on Wednesday. You have yourselves a great Monday. Oh, Jason, here. What are we going to talk about here? I haven't researched the Singapore Airlines new blockchain for frequent flyer miles, but can you chime in on that? It would be great to hear your thoughts before I leave today. Just jump on in there. Okay, so the system allows you to use miles via their system immediately after exit the plane. You can use for coffee, rise, share, shopping, etc. Your thoughts? That would be really cool. Here's the thing: Singapore Airlines will eventually, and here's the thing: all the companies are going to eventually be tokenized. So you'll use like different tokens for utility, and you'll use some. Some of them won't even use a token at all. So that's what I'm saying. Registration is going to open again for the bot once I finish that demo. And we're going to have a testing round for us, and then after the testing round, we're going to open the bot again a week before we release, which will probably be the last week of August, I'm going to assume. But if everything goes well, we can start earlier. Well, we'll start earlier. But I'm going to say September 1st as our start date. And if Serby doesn't get it done, I'll kill him. No, I'm joking. he'll get it done. It's almost done right now anyway. So which coin should I convert me? Which coin should I convert me ETC? What do you mean? Like, should you convert to ETC or you should convert ETC from because it's up already? Bitcoin's never a bad one. USDT is never a bad one either. Can I convert ETC to BGB? What's BGB? BGB? Bitcoin balls? I don't know what the hell BGB is. I'm sorry. Holiday season as well. Wasn't watching the show because of this. No worries, Miguel, bro. You guys have to do what you have to do. That's what it's all about. So I watched Peep Your by Fair, the most knowledgeable in terms of. Oh, you've watched People. Thanks a lot, Ali. You're the best, man. As long as you don't talk about QAnon, I'm with you. What's QAnon? I don't even know what that is. QAnon. I don't know. Anyways, I love the Singapore idea of frequent flyer miles on the blockchain. It's not really much different than having a credit card with frequent flyer miles on it, but tokenized makes it have ability to use it and move it somewhere. Chris K, Mom, ETC, I have 100 at $11. One of my better deals. Absolutely, Chris. And you know what? Take your profit when you can, because I'm telling you right now, ETC could go down. Okay, Chris? So just keep that in mind, that even if you have some ETC at $11, you should scalp on the way up, and if it comes down, then you rebuy and you get more. So keep that in mind. It's a good strategy to use. If you ever haven't used it, try that one. So, Chris K, I think you're new. Click on that subscribe button, brother. Click on that little bell. I'll see all you guys on Wednesday. Have a great start of the week. Remember that you have to stay positive in any market, and you should stay positive because life is really hard if it's not. Okay? So, see you all on Wednesday. Have a great day. And I'm signing off. Cryptocurrency Education with Coach K. We'll see you all on Wednesday. Have a good one now, guys. Bye-bye.